when all of a sudden the world is shutting down and how are we going to survive? Well, my father was this boring old guy who kept a lot of cash and a good balance sheet and low debt. So I wasn't worried when everything shut down. My promise to the team was, we're not going to lay anybody off. Doesn't matter, we'll pay you, we'll get through this, because we've got a long-term business. We're answerable to ourselves, and we're financially sound enough to do that. So
that must have been a nice place to be.
yeah, it was great.
Is that something that he passed down to you? Like that sort of more, people use the word conservative. I feel like that's doesn't have the right connotation to it, because I feel like it's smart, but
right.
yeah.
Right. And I would have described it the same way, Ari, that it was conservative and maybe old fashioned, but it was correct. And I look back at some of the decisions that he made and the acquisitions that he made, and they were pretty progressive and thoughtful. But it was also the lesson, not only have a good balance sheet, but think about your employees first. And I remember walking through the parking lot with him when I was 25 or something, and he noticed that David got a new car. He said, makes me feel really good when somebody's got a new car because they have a good living at Hubbard Hall. And I was like, yeah, whatever. But now I get it. Like, yeah. I remember driving into the parking lot my first day as CEO, and it was this holy shit moment. Like, I've got 111 people reporting to me, or like I'm responsible for their livelihoods. And you know what? I want to make sure they have better cars, and I want to make sure they get trained better. And that I think being a small family business, the reason that we exist is different than another business that's going to be grown up to be spun off. And I had to think about that. We did an exercise about 3 years ago. Why do you exist? Like, it's the vision thing. Those terrible, terrible questions. So I hope you're not asking me the vision thing, because I'm leaving. No, but why do you exist? And I think about its expanding possibilities, and starting with our employees, and that they should, no matter what they do at the company, they should be better off for working at Hubbard Hall than anywhere else. And if they are there for a year, or like many people, their whole careers, you know, it's made a difference to them, and then our communities, and then our customers, and eventually our shareholders.